Recording the episode.
We are now recording.
Recording it. Recording the word.
We haven't recorded.
Look at Megan all bundled up.
1
I just
million
have it
years.
around my legs. She has pants and a t-shirt on. I have shorts and a sweatshirt,
I'm always
so it makes
cold.
sense.
It's a thing I've noticed.
Except for when the AC is not working up here. But it is. It works great now.
It works so good. I'm not complaining at all.
It's fine.
How's everything?
Finally feels like a little bit normal. A little bit. My God.
You guys, it's been a little nuts. I don't know if you want to say anything about.
It's been a hectic couple of weeks. My mom ended up in the hospital, multiple hospitals actually, until we finally got some answers. She has autoimmune encephalitis. Her body was like attacking her brain. No one knew it.
I think what happened with your mom is a good lesson in like advocating for yourself. Like,
Yeah.
when you know something's wrong,
Oh my gosh.
or
Listen to your
sometimes
body.
you have to advocate for a family member,
Right.
because they're so sick they can't.
Right. Yeah. She literally, like, one of the symptoms was like short-term memory loss and all this other stuff. It's just like, it was a completely different human for about a week and a half.
Well, and you know how, I mean, I won't speak for your mom, but for myself as a woman dealing with medical issues, I feel like it's almost cliche at this point, but it's important to say it out loud in case you need to hear it. Like, I get nervous when I go to the doctor that they're going to think I'm being a drama queen.
Yes.
Or they're going to think I'm making it up for some reason. And there's no reason to feel that way. There's no reason for me to be like, they're not going to believe me. But it's like almost so ingrained.
Well, listen, like the neurosurgeons were like that. Like she was trying to explain how her headaches felt, like they were excruciatingly painful. And she kept saying the word pressure. And he was like, I think someone has just told you the word pressure. So you're saying you feel like that because you have heard it so much.
Oh my God.
And I just looked at him and I was like, then we need answers as to why it feels this way.
Yeah. Like, how dare
Like, if you were
tell me
saying,
what I feel
right.
like?
If you were saying you're not going to do surgery because you don't think it's necessary, then find me some other answers.
Yeah.
We're not leaving with her like this.
Yeah. I need Kara to go with me to every appointment I ever go to. Not just doctors,
I-
but like every conversation I have to have.
The day that we did get answers, I walked into the room and my mom was like, I kind of wish that you were not the one that's here because I need for you to advocate for me to go home. And I was like, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, I need answers. You need answers.
Yeah, we're not advocating for you to go home.
Yeah.
We're advocating for you to get treated.
Yeah. And she did. They had to do really, really, really aggressive steroids. And then also IVIG, which is like 1,000 people's worth of plasma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So donate plasma.
Yeah.
That's important.
Who knew?
Yeah. Well, I'm really glad they got some answers.
My gosh,
Because,
yeah.
there was a few days there where we were just like,
It was
we
scary.
have no idea what
No
this
idea.
is.
They were
just
going
the fact
back
that
and
it's
forth.
treatable
Yes.
and curable
Yeah.
is such a blessing.
Yeah, we kept going back and forth on all these different things that it could be. And
Yeah, it was
finally
pretty
narrowed
scary.
it down, like tested for Lyme disease and MS and like all this other and cancer and like all this other stuff. And finally it's like, oh, you have a really rare disease.
That's so wild.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're all happy that Kara's mom is doing better. And
She's home. So
Things are a
now
little
she
bit
just
back to
has
normal.
a lot of follow-up appointments.
yeah.
It's crazy.
But again, advocate for yourself, advocate for other
Family
people if they
members,
need it.
friends. Yeah. Push for those answers.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got ghost stories today.
Yay.
It's been a while
Yes.
since we've done some listener
Yeah.
stories.
And I feel like we get them all the time because
Yeah,
I feel
we
like
do.
people are catching up and they're like, wait, I have a ghost story.
These are just a random selection that I pulled from the inbox. By the way, if you've emailed us, we are not ignoring you. I just don't have like the bandwidth.
Mm-hmm. The capacity.
I cannot respond right now.
I know.
Like,
We've
I don't know
both
what it
been
is.
just
I
like,
just
so,
can't.
yeah.
Yeah. Lauren's moving off to college and just other big life things
Mhm.
happening that I'm going to we'll do a video on the Patreon to talk about that kind of stuff. But like, I just can't.
Yeah.
It's like a weird thing in my brain. It's too overwhelming. I can't deal with it. So please don't be offended or think that we hate you or are
I
ignoring
know.
you. Nothing
It's
like
just
that.
pure chaos right now.
Just can't right now. Okay, we ready?
Yes, I'm so ready.
This is how he typed it. Ready? G'day, ladies.
Oh, I love that.
So you automatically
G'day,
know where it's
mate.
from. It's Daniel from the land down under, Canberra, Australia.
Oh,
I'm a big fan of your podcast and I listen to it every night and you two just crack me up every time.
Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
hey.
I know how you get excited about ghost stories, so I'd like to share some of my experiences that I've had in my granny flat or unit, you might say.
Okay, a
Now, I
ghost
don't
from
know what a granny
Australia.
flat means,
I don't know.
but his Nana lived there. So I'm like, does it just mean that it was your granny's flat? Or is it something specific to Australia?
It's a detached living space on the property of a single family home.
Oh, okay. So it's like
an
a
in-law
mother-in-law
suite.
suite. Okay.
Yeah.
But detached.
Yeah.
Okay. My Nana lived in this granny flat in our backyard. Oh, if I had just hit 3 for quite some time. And when she passed away in early 2017, my mom asked me if I'd like to move and live in there. So I agreed. I'm picturing it as a tiny house.
Yes.
Because I love
like full of books and houseplants.
Yeah. And cute lights.
Yes.
After I gave it a new coat of jam paint.
My God, I love you.
It felt like a new home away from home, even though I'm only in the backyard. About a year after I'd moved in, it was about nighttime. I was watching TV and playing on my crap top or laptop in the lounge room. And I happened to look over my left shoulder, and on the wall is her shadow walking past me. I miss my granny so much that
I would be like, wait.
Yeah.
Come back.
There's like a million things
I'm
like, I need to talk to her about this and that and hear her thoughts on this. And if I were to see the ghost of my granny, I would
lose it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I didn't know what to say or think. I just froze. I told my mom the next day and she said, don't worry. She loved you and wouldn't do anything to hurt you or harm you. She's just keeping an eye on you. And that made me feel a lot better knowing that my Nan was around.
Granny's going to come after you.
A little while later, it was in the afternoon and I was having a poppy nap. Listen, I love Australia so much.
I love this.
I was having a poppy nap out in the lounge room when suddenly I felt this enormous slap on my feet. I didn't know if my brother had slapped me because he likes to do crazy things like that. So when I was waking up, I said to whoever, all right, I'm awake. Gee whiz. Can a young man get any rest around here? Gee whiz. When I woke up, nobody's around. I didn't have any windows open and my front door was closed, so I knew it wasn't a strong draft. Another time, same thing. I was having another poppy nap out in the lounge room when all of a sudden I hear this woman's voice whisper in my ear say, hey. As I woke up, I had a good look around my chair and my flat and couldn't find anyone. Same thing. Windows and doors were shut. The strange thing is, I didn't recognize her voice, which had me scratching my head even more.
Oh.
Something must have been telling me both times not to have a nap, especially a poppy nap.
A cat nap, apparently, is what it is.
Well, that's adorable.
I love this.
One more thing I wanted to share with you both, and this one made me scared stiff.
Oh, gosh.
This was my very first incident. Not long after I'd moved in, I was asleep in my bed when I felt a hand smack me on top of my head. I feel like his hand is like, do not sleep ever.
Yeah, get up.
I didn't know I was dreaming. I looked around my room, but not under my bed because why would you?
Don't.
There are scary monsters under there. He wrote that. That's also what I would say. So I went back off to sleep. And when I woke up the next morning, my head was a bit sore. I said to myself, by the powers of Grayskull, did I actually get smacked in the head last night? Nah, surely that didn't happen. Yeah, by the powers of Grayskull.
Powers of Grayskull. I love this.
But after a couple of years of thinking, and yes, it did hurt, when all of the other things happened, I am now convinced that that actually happened.
Oh.
All the activities were stopped in 2024 after I got myself a golden retriever puppy.
Oh.
His name is Davy after my Nana, and he sleeps on my bed, so now I won't get smacked on the head. Thank you for hearing me out. And one day when everything is settled down, I want to make my way over to America and personally say hi to you both. Love your work and keep them stories coming. Kind regards, Daniel.
Daniel, we love you more. Oh my
God.
gosh.
So
by
cute.
the powers of Grayskull.
That's amazing.
Oh.
Okay.
Wow.
Usually I copy and paste these, but I make the text bigger.
And you're
This
like,
one, the text
see.
is like microscopic. Let's do this better. I also, for some reason, am sitting about 20 feet.
I know. Your chair is not scooted in at all. I'm like leaning against the
Why?
desk over here.
Here, this is better. Okay. Next one. Hello, lovely ladies.
Hello.
I wanted to write in and share that I have been experiencing what I have been experiencing with you because currently my household is sick of hearing it. This is the perfect reason to send us an email. If you're like, I cannot possibly complain.
No one else wants to listen to me.
No, but Megan and Kara
for sure do.
every time.
We got to hear it. Yeah.
She said, even the cat leaves the room when I start talking about it, which is surprising because he really loves your podcast.
Oh,
He comes running when I turn it on and he hears your voice.
stop. I love him.
Apparently, he only likes the discussion of cryptids with your all's accent.
Oh my gosh. He's like a Southern lover.
I love him already.
Yes.
Anyway, back to my experience with tell your cat we said hi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Back to my experience with what I'm currently calling Mothman's desert cousin.
Oh.
Let me set the scene.
What?
I live in a small desert town in California, and I work the evening shift in Palm Springs. When I get off work at 11, I have to drive on a small 2-lane road through the desert.
I'm already saying nope.
Right? I'm already afraid.
Yeah.
There is one spot where it crosses the highway and has a few gas stations and a couple houses before we're back in the desert.
Nope.
Can you imagine living
Terrified.
out there?
I'd be terrified every day.
Just for no reason.
What
are you afraid of? Just because.
Just the desert.
Just seems like the right way to be.
Just the desert.
You can see the lights of the valley, but nothing really on the road. Every night, this is smart, I stay on the phone with my husband because shit gets weird.
Okay, good. Good for you.
I have lost track of the number of times I have said, did that person just walk out of the desert? Or, well, that's not supposed to be on 2 legs.
Huh?
There are some things that just don't get talked about.
Okay, but we want to talk. We will be terrified, but we want to talk about him.
Unless it's Yucca Man. Yucca.
Like yucca?
Maybe it's Yucca.
Is it yucca? Yucca.
Yucca.
I feel like it's yucca.
Okay. Even the Marines admit that Yucca, which is interchangeable in my brain, man is out there. Oh my gosh. So this is a thing that I've never heard of.
Wait.
Yucca.
I don't believe in Google pronounce anymore at all.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name as well as how to say more names and more plant names in particular that many get wrong. Stay tuned.
Just say it.
More. Yucca. No,
Okay.
yucca.
We'll go with Yucca.
Yucca.
Okay. There are some things that just don't get talked about unless. Why are the birds so loud?
They now know about this guy.
Let me say this one more time. There are some things that just don't get talked about unless it's Yucca Man.
Mm.
Even the Marines admit that Yucca Man is out there.
Oh.
One night, I had just hit the edge of Palm Springs when something flew across the road in front of me.
I don't like this at all for
Not
you.
a bit.
No.
I don't like it. It was large, at least 6 feet long, and I could primarily see the wings, which looked like tan leather stretched tight over bones. It's picturing like bat wings to me.
Yeah, I'm feeling like gargoyle.
Below the wings dragged 2 legs that were almost human-like. And the first thing out of my mouth to my husband was, shit, I think I just saw Mothman. I am a big believer that Mothman is a warning. He comes to let us know of human-caused disasters. Agreed.
Did he have bones of steel?
Yeah. Did you get a look at his
Did you
butt?
see the backside?
2 weeks after I saw this flying creature, I was at home relaxing before I had to work when my phone started blowing up with people asking if I was okay and if my work was okay. I don't know.
These birds really need to know about our episode.
I know. My first reaction was annoyance because it was noon and I haven't gone into work before 3 p.m. in a long time and don't plan to ever start. Do my friends and family not know me well enough to know that?
Oh my gosh.
My second thought was confusion and concern. A quick call to my coworker who was there answered all my questions. A car bomb went off at the fertility clinic across the street.
Oh.
Everyone at our place was okay. There was no damage sustained. And despite the dystopian feel of nonstop sirens, helicopters, and road closures, yes, I had to come into work.
Oh my gosh. That's terrifying.
The desert Mothman didn't cross my mind until almost a week later. This time, the normal road I drive was closed, so I had to take the long way, which includes driving towards LA, taking a road that literally has nothing on it.
I don't like that for you at all.
And no use to cross the desert, and then heading back the way I came.
Oh.
Right as I turned onto the desert road, I saw it again. It flew by me on my left, heading straight toward LA.
What?
It was flying quick enough that I could tell its size, but saw no details other than those tan, leathery wings. The fact that she saw it more than once.
I don't like this at all for her.
This time I got a good look at how large the wings were. They had to have been the size of the windshield on my car.
Oh my God. That's wild.
2 weeks later, tensions escalated all over South Carolina. Southern California. Let's start that over. 2 weeks later, no, don't be laughing, Megan. Stop it. 2 weeks later, tensions escalated all over Southern California and the LA riots started.
Oh.
I'll leave it at that
Mothman.
because I have strong opinions and don't want to get political. Girl, you're preaching to the choir here.
We feel you. We feel you.
I'm never allowed to get political anymore, ever. I will say human-caused disaster feels very applicable. It still amazes me that a protest that included a lady doing the cha-cha on her Tesla while a guy holding a dog dances on the median bearer was scary enough to call in reinforcements. But what do I know? Yes, agreed. I started putting two and two together and realized that I had seen this desert Mothman twice now, both times 2 weeks prior to major human-caused events.
Oh, I know. I'm just sitting here thinking about that. That's so
I know.
scary.
Except I have now seen Mothman's desert cousin 3 times. Just a few days ago, I was on the stretch of road closest to the mountain I need to get home, and the same mountain that also leads to the nearby military base. Not sure what he is warning of this time, and I'm not sure I'm ready.
When did she send this in? Because didn't they just have like tsunami earthquake stuff?
I don't know when she sent it in. It had to have been fairly recently, but I don't know exactly
Yeah.
how recently.
Oh,
To my fellow cryptid lovers out there, stay safe and blessed be. Thank you for your podcast. Allison.
Allison.
That is so scary. Also, what if it's something? Oh, well, she did say that other people have seen Yucca Man, but I was
Yeah.
like, what if it's something that only she gets this warning? And then what are you supposed to do? Because you don't know.
She's like a little fortune teller.
Even if you know that, like, well, this could mean something's
Yeah.
going to happen.
People are
going
going to think you're crazy.
What? Well, but also, where would you even start?
Right, yeah.
Like,
How do
one
you
is a
even
car
know?
bomb
Yeah.
at a fertility clinic, and the other is like the LA riots.
Right. You don't know how to.
It could
you
just
don't-
be anything.
Yeah, you just know that something's
in
going to
the
happen.
region.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's so scary for you.
Okay, we had a minor.
Minor
Look how
setback.
crooked it is now. Well, it's fine.
You know
We
what?
had a
It's
little camera
fine.
problem. So if you're on the YouTube, sorry.
On the tube
You
of
may be like, what
views.
just happened? That's what happened.
It is. I'm so sorry.
Okay. This next one is from Erin, who has been, I think she's been with us from the beginning. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
Erin.
I
Okay.
feel like I follow Erin.
Yeah. She and I
Yeah,
are friends on
yeah.
Facebook and
Yeah.
TikTok and stuff. Okay. Hello, ladies. Longtime cult member. I mean, follower, Erin. I love hearing your listener stories and thought I'd send in a couple little ones. All involve our youngest daughter, Emmy.
Cutie
We
little
call her
babe.
Emmy Lou. Almost 3 years ago, we bought a 75-year-old house. Long story short, we've done tons of work to make it our own. One afternoon, soon after moving in, we were in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Emmy hanging out while I cleaned up. I don't know why I can't speak right now.
Words are hard.
Emmy hanging out while I cleaned up. She said, "Luther's on the trampoline."
Luther.
Mm-mm.
No, Luther.
Luther's such a scary name. I feel like too.
Yeah. Why, Luther? Why did you just go up to
Why
Emmy and were like, "Can I jump too?"
Actually, any name. Now that I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it, like what name could you put in there? Every one that just popped in my head.
Yeah.
Nope, that still sounds
don't like it.
ominous in this context.
Yeah.
Obviously. Oh, I look outside confused because we know no Luthers and no one's on the trampoline. Obviously, I whip around and say, "Who's Luther?"
Mm.
And she sweetly responds, "He has red hair and wears a work shirt like Daddy's."
Oh my gosh.
We left Luther to enjoy his trampoline time. Good idea.
Yeah.
Good call. It's
let's
yours
do-
now.
Let's do something else, Emmy.
Few days or weeks later, again in the kitchen with Emmy Lou, she giggles and says, "Little Daddy is climbing up the wall."
What?
Just the anything climbing up the wall.
Little Daddy is climbing up the wall? No, thank you.
Aaron puts in all capital letters, "Nope."
Emmy Lou.
I slow turn this time, convinced there's a creature climbing our kitchen wall. Emmy points toward the ceiling and says, "He's got claws like a werewolf." All right. This is my make or break mom moment to a creepy child. And I have to put on my big girl panties. I stoop down and say, "Is little Daddy nice?" Emmy just smiles and says, "Yes." What if Emmy smiled and said,
No. No, he's not. Little Daddy's
He's
here to
not
play.
nice. He's angry. Okay.
Emmy
Okay.
Lou, stop talking to strangers.
Cool. Let's leave him alone then. No further mention of him or Luther since those days.
Oh,
Thank
God.
the Lord.
Yeah.
Emmy
Ooh.
also has a long history of night terrors, though. My
Oh.
personal least favorite is when she wakes up crying, staring towards a dark corner or ceiling, and I must prepare myself to battle little Daddy and his werewolf claws. Little Daddy is the funniest name.
with
For, like, a
werewolf
thing.
claws.
Might be little daddy.
Here's little daddy, Aaron.
I've been laughing about this for such a long time. What if it's little daddy? Did you hear that? Is it little
It's
daddy?
little daddy. Ooh.
Hopefully Luther has my back. Oh God.
He has a work shirt.
Ironically, I had a feeling from the moment we moved in, there was some older man in the house.
Oh, no.
He didn't feel scary or mean, and I couldn't even begin to explain what he looks like or why I feel that way. Anywho, no bad vibes or scary, so we're going to keep burning incense, cleansing with 90s country music blasting, and buying
Perfect.
crystals that are obviously necessary for home protection. Love you guys so much, Aaron.
Little daddy.
Oh my God. Aaron, thank you so much for sending that in.
Yeah.
Little daddy.
What if it's like Luther's pet, but it was like deranged creature?
little daddy?
Little daddy's here.
Uh,
Oh my God.
okay. Kara,
Megan.
one of the things we've been talking a lot about
Oh yeah.
behind the scenes is how to keep everything going. Like
Yes.
the podcast, family life,
Just actually just functioning like
Right.
normal.
being a mom,
Yeah. Work.
our day jobs.
Yeah.
I'm dating someone
Oh my gosh,
guys-
Megan.
and he's the best. I'll just say that. This is not the time. But adding in dating,
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't
sure.
realize how
Pure
much
chaos.
time it took up.
Yeah.
And I don't even get to see him a whole lot because we don't live in the same town.
Yeah.
But it's still like,
Whoa.
it's a weird amount.
How do I fit this in?
Right. And
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was going to, I hadn't really
Yeah.
felt that in a while. So there's always something to do and it's just hard to keep up. So I feel like I'm constantly running all over the place. I know you feel
Oh,
the same.
just all over.
Yeah. Like I never know if I've gotten everything done and I don't even have time to stop and check.
Oh, it's like when I do my to-do list grows another to-do list.
Yeah.
It's like I am on one and it's like, oh, but don't forget to add this to it because of this that you
Yes.
just got done. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Well, I've added something new to my routine
Uh-huh.
and it's really making a difference. I talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's this, so Magic Mind is the company. And they reached out to us about this product. They called it a mental performance shot. That's backwards.
That's the ingredients.
I really love the bottles. They're so, I don't know, the whole
I
packaging
know, the
and everything
logo's so
is really cute. So they call it a mental performance shot and it uses mushrooms. Like the ingredients list things like lion's mane and ashwagandha and matcha and all these things that I'm already into. So I was
All good
immediately
things of the
interested.
earth.
Right. Like things that I already have done enough research to know like they're good for your brain and they're good for you in general.
Oh yeah. It's like anytime Megan and I are like looking into new like vitamins or something, we'll both be like, okay, but what do you think about this one? Like,
Yeah.
let's take this one
Let's just
together.
take it
to
together.
See, yeah. To see if we get the same benefits.
So they were like, we'll send you some. And if you like it, maybe you can mention it on the podcast. And so I do like it. And so I am
Yeah,
mentioning it on the
Here
podcast.
it is.
So, you know how I'm telling you, I feel like I'm constantly on the run between running my business and doing this
Mhm.
podcast and making sure my kids get where they need to be. It takes a lot of energy to get through the day. And Magic Mind has time released caffeine. I have quit drinking coffee first thing in the morning, which is a huge step
Oh,
for me.
yeah.
I still love coffee because I like the experience of coffee,
Yes.
but I don't feel like I need it.
Right. Right.
And I don't get the caffeine headache or anything anymore.
It gives you that little boost of
Yes.
focus, like that little jolt of focus
Yes.
that you need with it.
Where this is time released, it doesn't hit all at once like with coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it's like a steady stream of caffeine over like a 3 to 4 hour period.
It's like productivity in a bottle.
Yeah, it really pulls me through when I need it.
Yeah.
So if you're like me and you need a little mental performance boost in your day, I have some great news for you. Magic Mind is doing their biggest discount ever, only for new subscribers.
Yes.
You can go to www.magicmind.com/WMMM. I'll put the address on the screen
Yeah.
here to also be in the show notes. And you get 60% off your first month's subscription.
And that's for new subscribers, right?
Only. Yeah. And so if you're watching the YouTube video, you can use the QR code that's going to pop up and it'll take you right to where you need to go. But you can also, if you're just listening, go to www.magicminds.com/WMMM for 60% off your first month subscription.
Go try it.
Go do it.
Do it.
Okay, more ghost stories.
Yay.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
You guys are so amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. And listen to your podcast. I listen to your podcast all the time. I've been meaning to email for a while, but life kept happening.
It's
you
fine.
know,
It's fine.
I do know.
Life
That's
is
what we were
life.
just talking
Life is
about.
lifing right now.
This isn't a ghost. Oh, okay. Anyway, tonight something crazy happened to me. This isn't a ghost story or anything like that, but I do think of it as an example of a higher power watching over me.
Oh,
I was
oh.
driving home from work tonight,
I got
and the
chills.
snow was coming down pretty bad. I think this was back in March. Because I did email her back. The snow was coming down pretty bad. Canada weather. Ugh. Of course, I'm listening to your amazing podcast on my drive home, my fave.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm coming around a corner, I hit a patch of ice, and my car drifts into the snowbank on the side of the road at 70 kilometers an hour.
Oh,
And my car flipped. 70. I don't know what that is in miles per hour, but it sounds very
it
fast.
sounds like you're going
too
like,
fast.
top speed.
The moment passed by so fast, but next thing I know, my car is upside down and I'm sitting on the roof of my car, still listening to you amazing ladies rambling on.
What?
Your podcast always makes me happy, and it was comforting to have your voices there in that moment as I was inside my flipped car. Some lovely person pulled over and got me out, and I truly believe there's a higher power out there watching over me because I walked away completely unscathed. I love you both. Thanks for helping me in a scary moment with your stellar podcast. Lots of love, Charlie.
Charlie, that
know
is
that's not-
terrifying.
It's not like a spooky story, but I included it because I think it's so interesting that we're a part of that story.
Yeah.
And I think like for all of us listening, you just never know what kind of role you're going to play
When you can comfort someone in a time
in
of
anyone's
need, or-
day
yeah.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, maybe think about that as you move through your day. Like,
What is it? It's look for
what
the
are people going
glimmers.
through? Yes.
Oh my gosh, Charlie, that's terrifying. I'm glad you're okay.
I know. Okay, I've got one more.
Okay.
This is a long one, so I will probably skip through parts of it, but there's some things in it that I really, really liked. I wanted to share. So,
Okay.
hello, Kara and Megan.
Hey.
Phonetically,
Oh.
thank God, my name is pronounced Marendi Deneen. Marendi Deneen. If you pronounce it incorrectly, don't worry.
Okay, thank God. I'm sitting here trying to like in my head like
Marendi
Deneen.
Deneen. I think I said it right.
sure.
Many people have mispronounced it before, and many will pronounce it long after you read this.
Okay. I feel better.
Thank you so much. But also, I'm like, she's giving it to us phonetically, and I still
Yeah.
can't do it.
Didn't get it.
I found your podcast late in 2023 after my daughter died from a pregnancy complication.
Oh.
My
That's so hard.
cheese slid off my cracker. I dropped my basket, and the eggs were broken and scattered across my yard. There is no polite euphemism that appropriately describes my grief at the time.
No.
Honey, I'm so sorry.
I hate that.
About 6 months later, I remember thinking I needed to recenter, reground, regroup, and reconnect with something, anything at all that would make me feel less dead inside.
Mm.
I went in search of some sort of inspiration or distraction, or both, on Amazon Music. And I tell you this so you understand what I mean in my next sentence. I'm going to cry.
I know. I'm like already.
Your podcast became a source of comfort and enjoyment in a time when I was struggling to find any spark of life, and I was certain all was lost.
Oh my gosh.
I know, like that's, again, just like we
Yeah.
just said, like you just never
don't
know.
Yeah.
Like what kind of,
What you're doing in someone else's life.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I listened to your podcast in order and then in reverse and back again.
No.
I wouldn't say I'm obsessed, as I do also listen to music, or she's like, it's not,
do.
my life is not
other
just
things.
about you.
Like, I'm just doing other things as well, but here we are.
I do also listen to music or old radio episodes of Lum and Abner, or sometimes just to have the TV on, some familiar show I've seen a million times for background
No.
noise. I cannot yet be left alone to my thoughts in complete silence. I truly thank the stars for the day
Oh,
you two decided to put yourselves out there with Witches Magic Midges.
midges.
Let me ruin the moment by mispronouncing
I
it.
know.
With Witches Magic Murder and Mystery.
Oh my
Goodness.
gosh. Marendi Deneen.
I'm fine.
It's okay. It's okay. I can't look at Megan right now.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, now for a creepy listener story. I have many, as I seem to be a magnet for various types of energies, both nefarious and otherwise,
Oh my God.
both from this side of the veil and from the other. However, I want to tell you about something that I have come to understand others have also experienced.
Oh.
You should know my mother passed away from a sudden and undetected illness when I was 10. My brothers and I went to live with my maternal grandparents, and my grandparents didn't have an old haunted house or anything with any kind of ghost history, as my grandfather built the house himself just outside of town on 9 acres in the early 80s. But something definitely resided within those walls.
What?
Goodness gracious.
Huh?
My grandparents were nearly retired when they suddenly found themselves with 3 children they hadn't planned to raise. My grandmother was taking care of her mother, my Granny Rendy, and her sister full time when all this happened. They simply didn't have an extra room to house any of us. My brother slept off the living room in a little sunroom, and I had been assigned to share a bed with my great Aunt Bobby. My Aunt Bobby had been struck by polio as a child.
Oh my gosh.
And although she survived, her speech and mental and emotional development never developed past age 5. She could beat nearly anyone at a game of checkers, put puzzles together with the picture side down, and frequently wanted me to play with her babies with her.
Cute.
She wasn't overly fond of bathing or brushing her teeth, and she was mean as a rattlesnake when she didn't get her way.
Your typical 5-year-old.
Right. She resented having to share her bed with me, so she would accidentally elbow me or accidentally pull my hair on any given night, and would vehemently deny any of the pinches that would literally draw blood. When the evidence on my arms in the morning would show otherwise, she would set her jaw, pout, and claim in a strong Arkansas accent, "Lawler, I never. She's lying on me."
She's lying on
She called
me.
my grandmother Lawler. I was frequently reminded that she couldn't help how she was, and I knew that, but that didn't make sleeping next to her in a small full-size bed any more comfortable or less unsettling. Now that I've set the scene, I'll tell you what made me dread bedtime each night.
Oh my gosh.
Hint, it wasn't my Aunt Bobby. Okay.
What?
Imagine living out in the country where light pollution is non-existent. Dark means you can't see your hand in front of your face without a candle or other source of light. This is like where I grew up too.
Yeah, same.
I will admit, in my youth, my eyes were better than 20/20, and I benefited from better than normal night vision as well.
Yeah.
Still, every night at 9 p.m., I would be sent to bed with my Aunt Bobby, and within minutes, all lights in the house, and it often seemed in the world, would go out. Oh, you're a really good writer, by the way.
Yeah, I love this.
Like, you're doing so well. Okay, if you could imagine the layout of the room, the door opened on the right-hand side of the room, so the wall immediately on the left connected adjacent with the door.
Okay.
On that wall was a small writing desk, and just past it was a closet. On the connecting wall was the headboard of the bed it had been centered on and pushed up against the only window in the room. And beyond that, on the opposite wall was Aunt Bobby's dolls and a card table she used for playing checkers or putting her puzzles together. On the connecting wall to the right of the door was a long dresser a few feet from the end of the bed. The first night, as I lay in bed, I noticed something odd on my right, above the doorway.
No.
Each night after that, I watched intently, not willing to chance that I would not see them penetrate the room. Waiting for the dark, inky, misshapen figures to drag themselves to the top side of the threshold and creep across the walls.
What?
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
What?
I can't. Okay. Each night I would see first an inky black hand-like shape take form at the top of the door. I say hand-like because it was only like a hand in that it had 5 appendages protruding from each arm. I can still see them in my mind.
What?
It sounds impossible given the fact that they were shadow figures, only distinguishable by the fact that they were blacker than black, but they were scaly, oily, and jagged. Head, torso, arms, hands, fingers, legs, and the most enormous feet. Y'all should see Kara. She's already just...
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh my God. Okay. All scaly, oily, and jagged. They had no eyes, yet I was positive they were watching me.
Oh my God.
No mouths, yet I knew when razor-like teeth were bared, or their visage donned a snarl. I know that word and I just can't right now. They had no necks, but rather a break between the body and the head, much like the way a beetle's head is connected, but sometimes somehow separate from its body. But unlike a beetle, the head would move much like that of a human, turning to look this way and that and back toward the bed. I can't. Most nights there would be only one. Other nights, one would be joined by another or 2. These shadow creatures would stage themselves just inside the doorway and wait and watch. And then my Aunt Bobby would begin to snore. For my part, I knew no level of stealthy breathing would be sufficient as to not draw their attention.
What?
This didn't stop me from taking the softest breaths I possibly could. The obnoxious vibrations emanating from my Aunt Bobby's nasal cavities seemed to be their signal to encroach further into the room.
No.
I would watch as they progressed through minute movements across the walls, inch by impossible inch. The movements were so slow it was barely detectable, yet I was too afraid to look away. Megan and Kara, you might wonder, if these creatures moved so slowly, why were you wary of looking away? I'll tell you.
Oh, God.
If I looked away,
Tell us.
or even for a moment glanced to the left or right of them, I would not find them in the same place when I looked back.
No.
In that way, they behaved much like a cat hunting prey, or a spider hiding in a shoe. As soon as you look away, they run like the dickens, or worse, pounce. Yes, this is my same thing about, like, if I see a spider,
Yeah.
I won't take my eyes off of it, because then where's it going to go?
Where'd it go? Oh, my gosh. Ew.
Most of the time, these shadow creatures would linger on the wall near the end of the bed or eventually end up on the wall on Aunt Bobby's side of the bed. But in the beginning, that was not at all the case. They didn't always stick to the walls. Sometimes they would sit on the dresser or try to sneak above the bed or behind the headboard. That first night, it was just the one shadow creature.
No.
And I could feel its glee upon finding another soul in the room
Oh, my
besides my
God.
Aunt Bobby. It didn't immediately proceed to the other side of the room, but instead began moving toward the headboard on my bed, on my side of the bed.
Huh?
Once I relieved myself of the disability of confusion and disbelief, I determined to communicate that I knew it was there by watching it as intently as it watched me and willing it to hear my thoughts. I simply repeated in my head the same thing over and over. I see you. I know you are here. You will not come near me. I don't want you here.
This is terrifying.
Can you imagine being a child? Like, shadow creatures scare the crap out of me.
Yes.
Okay. I've never seen one, but also I don't want to see
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
The creature never made a sound, and neither did I. But eventually, it made a jerking movement, much like when a cat walks into a room to find a dog it despises.
Oh.
It noticed I was watching. Undecided, it slowly moved toward and away, and after what seemed like hours of watching it slowly pace with indecision, pace seems like the wrong word to describe its movements for no other reason than it moved too slow for pace to be a perfect descriptor. Nonetheless, it's the only word coming to mind. Eventually, through watching, waiting, more watching, and willing my thoughts to be heard, it seemed to have decided that I would not be an easy target. This was not the last time I was sure of its intent to harm me, but I am certain if I had let down my guard, if I hadn't been watching, if I had been sleeping when they entered, or if I hadn't been so steadfastly repeating it in my thoughts I tried to communicate, they would have happily fed off me instead of my aunt.
Oh. My gosh.
I mean, I would never sleep again.
Again, no.
The morning after that first night, I told my grandparents about what I experienced, and my story was, of course, chalked up by my very Christian grandparents as an
Oh, yeah.
overactive imagination.
Mm.
My Granny Rindy, however, looked like she had just sucked on a sour lemon. Without saying a word, she immediately set herself to stitching together a small sack. After dinner, she asked me to come stand next to her in a rocking chair. She took one of my hands into both of her hands, making sort of a hand sandwich. That's what she said, sandwich. In her bottom hand, she held that small sack. She smiled and just said, I love you. You put this under your pillow when you go to bed tonight, and don't you worry. I love her.
I love this.
And then she patted my hand and looked toward the bedroom I would be sleeping in every night. At the time, I didn't know why I was never attacked. My mother was a Christian who had raised me in church. My grandmother was a Christian, and if you asked my Granny Rindy, she would have told you she was Christian. I wasn't supposed to believe in anything supernatural. I never once questioned what was in the bag, and to this day, I don't know its specific contents, as it disappeared from under my pillow after Granny Rindy went to live in a nursing home.
Oh.
Likely my grandmother found and disposed of it. Yeah, I mean, this is, again, that thing I say all the time. I don't really understand why people think that Christianity and, like, witchy things have to be mutually
They can't
exclusive.
be combined.
But also, I'm getting ready to do an episode
Okay.
about that very thing,
Oh.
and I can't wait to do it.
Okay. I can't
We're
wait
going
to
to
hear
record
it.
it today. I just don't know
Yes.
when it's going to come out. About a year after my mother died, my grandparents purchased a home in town that would accommodate all of us, and I got my own bedroom. To this day, I don't know if those shadow creatures were attached to the house or to my Aunt Bobby, but I never saw them again after we moved. So,
Wow.
mhm.
That's terrifying.
She's heard of people experiencing similar things, but there's one small difference in her experience. She was not paralyzed with fear. She was certainly petrified, but not so much that she couldn't move.
Good for her.
Yeah. A side note, Christianity has always felt like an itchy, uncomfortable, and too small coat, even as a child. I left the church almost as soon as I could make decisions for myself and set upon a journey to discover a faith that made more sense to me. Now that I'm older and wiser, I can see that my Granny Rendy was a witch and that sack was a protection charm.
Sweet thing.
Brightest blessings, Mirindy. Short version of my name. And then she included a quote at the end that says, "Walk like you have 3,000 ancestors walking behind you." And I love that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know that. Oh my goodness. I would never sleep again.
I'm now terrified to sleep. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you all so much for sending in your stories.
Yeah, we love to
really
hear 'em.
appreciate them. And thank you to Magic Mind for sending us
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Don't forget, if you guys want to try this out, to use the QR code, use the link in the show notes.
60% off first subscribers. First
yeah,
time subscribers.
New subscribers,
Yep.
60% off your first month. All right. We love you.
Yeah, so much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.